He's done it.
Set match.
Started with Jim late 1990, won his first Grand Slam in 91, and then 91, 92, 93 were all pretty phenomenal years for Jim. So we had a good run and some great times, and he was a phenomenal guy to work with.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the champion, Jim Courier.
I'd like to thank Brad Stein, my coach. Jose Higueras is back in America. I'd like to make a special wave to him. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope to be back next year. Thanks.
This time last year, he was number 25 in the world, but it seems so right that he's standing here at the moment. His progress has been quite astonishing in 12 months.
At that time, I think one of the things that pushed Jim to be as good as he was that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder about the fact that he wasn't given as much credit for being as talented as some of the other players.
You know, you can say whatever you want about me, but today you'll say that I won the match, and that's the only thing that I want is all I want to read tomorrow is that I won the match. You can like me, you can dislike me, but today I won the match. And I'm all smiles about that.
Well, the crowd getting really pumped up now. Courtside now, really trying to get behind Edberg.
He had different skill sets. Everybody, all players always have different skill sets. He didn't have the most beautiful game in the world. He didn't have the same kind of flair that Sampras or Agassi did, but Jim possessed one of the biggest forehands in the game at that time.
Stein really sweating it out, and Edberg putting it up to Jim, saying, "You'll have to beat me."
Going all the way back to the 90s, Jim worked with a sports psychologist. The in-between point time, we see that's the time when they're playing, when you're striking the ball, everything's just kind of reactive, but it's how you deal with the moments right after a point when you lose or win a point.
Well, it's tough out there for lots of reasons, pressure, heat, but for Jim Courier, it's really tough at this very moment because you've got such a lead in such an important match and you surrender it. It must be very difficult to come back.
How you're managing your emotions, what your processes are as you go through the time in between the points in preparing for the next point and getting ready, or on changeovers and those kind of things. He had a mental toughness and a physical toughness that was just off the charts. As long as he could keep sets close, matches close, when it got to the end, the mental toughness that he had gave him a great chance to be able to win matches, which he did.
Game, set, match, Courier. 3-1.
Edberg squared. He got Stefan both times, which was good because in '91, Stefan had beaten Jim in the finals of the U.S. Open. So it's a little turnaround the other direction for Jim to get back at him a little bit. But both years was able to beat Stefan in the finals, and those were some great times.
Brad Stein and I have been running after every match and every practice that we've had for 2 weeks, and running down by the river every day. He just said when I was in the quarters, he said, "If you win this thing, I'll dive in that river." I said, "Well, if you go in, I'm following."
In the film, down the tunnel, he's going for a swim.
I was actually the basis for that filthy moment. After the final, when he won, we came back to the locker room and kind of looked at each other and we were like, "Are we really going to do this?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's go do it." So we took our shirts off.
It's not quite the same as last year. We should have waited until tonight to come back.
No one knew the first year. We just ran straight through the car park, dove in the river. I've been lucky enough to actually sat in the box for finals of all 4 of the Grand Slams. The 2 slams that Jim won here will always have a big place in my heart. They were I was here by myself with Jim.
It's something I won't forget for a long time, I'm sure.
Amazing the emotions that you feel when you know the kind of commitment that a player's made to be at the level that they're at and be able to be successful in the tournaments.
Last but not least, I'd like to thank my coaches, Brad Stein, sitting right over there in the red shirt, and Jose Higueras is back in California. And that's all I have to say. Thanks to you guys. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you.